Hello again and welcome to today's video. We are going to be focusing on kids who have shocked the world. Now, while most kids are mastering the art of eating with a fork and playing with blocks, some especially gifted kids are already singing, dancing, and painting their little hearts out. All parents think their little ones are special, but some children have been spotted with gifts that are truly remarkable. To the parents who proudly put their Student of the Month stickers on their car bumpers so that they can get other people's admiration, prepare to be amazed. Thanks to the reach of the internet, these pint-sized prodigies are not just performing into a void. Some of them actually achieve the recognition and careers that their talent deserves. Keep watching for our collection of tiny singers, dancers, artists, and athletes who are vying to be world champions. Before we proceed, I need you to click on that red subscribe button right there on your screen. Right there, down below. Done? Let's go. 1. Fuji. A Nigerian photographer, Onafujiri Fuji Remit, successfully made a name for himself earlier this summer when his work was showcased in an exhibition in Lagos. Aside from his curious eye and outstanding ability to capture the color and motion of the Nigerian street life, Remit also received attention for his miniature stature. He was 3 years old, after all. Yes, you heard right. Little Fuji learned to use a Sony SLR before most of us could spell our names. His beautiful photos capture everything from street vendors to family portraits from an unusually pint-sized vantage point. Fuji's early initiation into the art world can be attributed to the creative family he had. His father and 2 older siblings are artists as well. At present, the young photographer has 3,000 images to his name, according to Visual News. 2. Autumn de Forest. Child prodigy Autumn de Forest rose to fame a few years ago when at the tender age of 7, the Discovery Channel labeled her a child genius. Media outlets at the time were enamored with her exceptional painting abilities, praising the child for her tendency to create canvases that, well, looked like the work of an established artist. 3. Sophia Grace and Rosie. These two are perhaps the most famous kids to ever grace Ellen's stage in 2011. Sophia Grace and her cousin Rosie started making and posting music videos on YouTube, and soon they got invited to perform on the talk show. Sophia Grace was 8 at the time, Rosie was 5. Sophia Grace and hype girl Rosie went viral after singing a cover of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass. The little Brits took America by storm and never looked back. Although Rosie seems to have retired from the spotlight for the time being, Sophia didn't stop there. Today, she is among the youngest music artists. 4. Harmony Zhu. Harmony Zhu was a 9-year-old 3rd grader at the Spring School in New Jersey. She was also a student of Veta Kaplinsky on the Juilliard pre-college division. One thing that created a special place for her in the hearts of many was her piano playing skills. In addition to her piano skills, for which she has performed and won prizes, Harmony has even played at Carnegie Hall, scholarships and competitions around the world from an early age, she is equally talented at chess. This child prodigy has been featured on CBC TV, NBC's Ellen DeGeneres, and more. In her spare time, Harmony enjoys playing chess, composing her own music on the piano, spelling, solving math problems, daydreaming, and of course, being in nature. 5. Luciano Pizzichini. Luciano Pizzichini listened to Paul McCartney, George Benson, John Scofield, and the Beatles, all courtesy of his musician father. That early exposure certainly paid off. At the age of 3, he began to learn simple pieces of music and how to read music by the age of 6. Pizzichini had begun to perform in front of audiences. By the age of 7, he could reel off complex Joe Pass and Pat Martino jazz licks. With hundreds of performances under his belt, thousands of fans from around the world, and long hair to rival any great rock star, it's no surprise that Luciano is the youngest person ever to be sponsored by Gibson Guitars. 6. Tiny Stratton Diva. Cleopatra Stratton was just 3 years old when she recorded the commercially successful album La Varsta de Tre Ani in 2006. This Romanian superstar holds the record for being the youngest artist to perform live for 2 hours in front of a large audience. She is the highest paid young artist and the youngest artist to receive an MTV award and the youngest artist to score a #1 hit. 7. Pharrell Wu. Pharrell Wu was named one of the world's smartest kids by the magazine Business Insider after he earned a perfect score while participating in the Australian mathematics competition that held in 2012. Wu won the competition by solving math problems that most adults couldn't even figure out. This way, he advanced way beyond the expectations of his age group. Wu began to solve math problems after his first birthday and was already able to trade stocks by the time he was 3. Now he is studying algebra at an undergraduate college level at the University of Michigan. He hopes to be an investment banker when he gets older. 8. Giuliano Stro. When this youngster goes to his school in Romania wearing a t-shirt, he looks like any other kid his age, but the moment he takes it off, he reveals his extraordinary figure. He is now one of the world's youngest bodybuilders, beginning his career path at only 2 years old, and he has since graced the pages of the Guinness Book of World Records several times. Stro holds the record for quickly walking on his hands with a weighted ball between his legs. The kid is only 8 years old, and he still works out on his own volition, a trait that many of us adults would be extremely jealous of. 9. Taylor and Kindle. Taylor and Kindle are both extremely talented dancers who also happen to be the best of friends. Taylor Hatala appeared on The Ellen Show and performed her dance routines at an accumulated total of 70 million views online. At only 12 years old, she booked a position as a dancer in Janet Jackson's Unbreakable World Tour, where she received the opportunity of a lifetime. This is where Taylor met young dancer Kendall Harris, and the two quickly became inseparable. They confessed that at the end of every concert, they have a bestie ritual before bed and sing to Janet Jackson's song Black Eagle in their PJs. From their matching outfits to their perfectly synchronized steps, their entire performance is on point. 10. Kevin and Beverly. These two are the world champion kid salsa dancers. This duo had only been dancing together for 6 months before their astonishing performance. It was absolutely incredible watching their little feet dance perfectly synchronized to the fast rhythm of the music. One of my favorite parts of the show is when Ellen gets a chance to interview the kids. Their responses were both honest and hilarious. When asked what they would spend the large cash reward on if they were to win America's Got Talent, Kevin responsibly answered that he would spend it towards college tuition and a house, while Beverly responds that she would spend it on new toys. Maybe if I were in their little dancing shoes, I would probably choose to spend the reward money the same way that Beverly would. Like, who could resist buying new toys at that age? 11. Noah Ritter. Okay, hands down, Noah Ritter, one of everyone's absolute favorite recurring guests on The Ellen Show. The best way to describe this young kid is as a charismatic young man with an old soul. He is absolutely hilarious, and all of his responses will have you in stitches. Noah first became an internet sensation after he was interviewed by a local news network, and he overused the word apparently in his response. He also often spends time with his grandpa, and the two are just the best buds. This totally explains why he seems like an adult in a child's body. Ellen often sends him to explore exciting new locations with the camera crew that catches his reactions to his surroundings as they happen, and it is worth the watch. 12. Corey Neves. Corey Neves is a young kid who, at just 9 years old, started up an all-natural cookie company called Mr. Corey's Cookies. His mother helped him launch the business and was behind the production of the cookies that are said to be 75% organic. In his interview with Ellen, Corey said that he wanted to create a snack that would encourage healthy eating by incorporating ingredients that everyone can easily pronounce. He also emphasized that the main ingredient was love. Well, everyone knows that anything made with love and care tastes so much better. And that's not all. Corey and his mom often make cookies to give back to their community and donate to the local shelters. 13. Celine Tom. Prior to her audition, this adorable 9-year-old Celine joked around with the judge, Simon Cowell, about her Celine Dion obsession. From getting her start belting Celine's music in the car with her little sister, who is just so appropriately named Dion. Naturally, Celine delivered a powerful performance of Celine Dion's classic, My Heart Will Go On. Throughout her performance, her high notes soared, and she demonstrated apparent strong control over her vocals. She ended up receiving a standing ovation from the entire audience and the judges. 14. Artion and Paige. Dancers Artion and Paige returned to the America's Got Talent stage in an attempt to move forward in the competition by performing a routine to the music from the iconic movie musical by the name of Footloose. These two kids performed a sanitized version of the difficult 1987 film dance, including the movie's iconic lift. Artyom and Paige managed to kill the routine during their show's quarterfinals. Their performance started with a short film which reenacted the plot of the famous film starring Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze. At the end of their performance, the whole of America voted via text whether or not to keep the duo in the competition. The 8 and 9-year-old dance prodigies succeed in wowing the judges, and the audience was left enchanted by their performance, and of course, their stellar dance moves. The twosome have been the best of friends since meeting in dance class. They are reportedly planning to get married when they get older.
Marry each other when we get older.
15. Dylan Mahalingam. At the ripe age of 9, Dylan Mahalingam was the co-founder of Little MDGs, a non-profit international development and youth empowerment organization and an initiative of James Fund. Little MDG's mission was to leverage the power of digital media to engage children in the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. This organization mobilized more than 3 million children around the globe to work on a variety of issues. With more than 24,000 regular volunteers hailing from 41 countries, Dylan is currently a youth speaker for the United Nations, as well as a chief strategist and project ambassador for Under the Acacia. The recipient of numerous international and national honors, Dylan is in his early 20s now and is currently working as a software engineer in addition to continuing his work with Under the Acacia in the UN. Every parent is proud of their kids' accomplishments, but the parents of these children have more than enough reasons to be proud. These are some of the most talented, brilliant, and gifted children who have made huge strides and achieved outstanding accomplishments all before they became adults. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by giving us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing new discoveries. Thanks for watching and have an excellent day.